Taurus, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general love reading, a 5-card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these two beautiful roses as a token of my love and appreciation for you all for supporting me and my channel. You all are wonderful, beautiful humans, and I love hearing from you. I love how my readings resonate, so thank you all so much. Anyway, this 5-card spread includes where the first card represents you, the second, the other person, the third, the relationship, the fourth, the past, and the fifth, the future. Now I'm going to draw a special vampire oracle for you, and then let me introduce you to a new vampire deck that the human purchased for me called Tarot Favole. Anyway, this card is going to be sort of like an additional card, to accentuate any information I can offer in this love reading. But let's get started with card number 1, which is you. Ooh, 7 of Knives. Interesting. Yeah, what I kind of see here is, normally with the 7 of Swords, 7 of Knives kind of situation, it's kind of like a deception and conning kind of card. It's like, normally, when one pulls the 7 of Swords, it's, yeah, there's a bit of a deceptive situation going on. What I see here for you is, perhaps you're not per se a deceptive individual, but you could also be very strategic in how you're going to approach this other person. You could be on an online dating kind of situation. I remember the human was talking about these mobile apps, whatever they're called. I really have no idea what a lot of this, these terms mean, but okay. How humans can electronically communicate with each other. Okay, it's different than in my days. But yeah, that's kind of what I see here is, you could also be, thinking, how am I going to reach, this other person? And, it's good to have a strategic game. It's like, back in my day, how, men would approach women, like in taverns and stuff like that is, it's like, the men would see a woman and then they would actually start engaging with them. And even the human, told me how he used to go to these bars or taverns and how he used to, try to engage with other women and stuff like that. So, you could be sort of in a situation like that, where where you have your eyes on somebody and then you just kind of think, well, how can I approach them? Well, let's look at the other person. Ooh, okay, I get it. You are interested because this person is Fortune. Very nice. It's like what they say is eyes on the prize, right? If this person is a wonderful individual, that's kind of what I see you doing. Is, you pretty much know that this person is incredibly fortunate or, somebody who's very into fortune and stuff like that. So maybe that's what I see you doing is you're kind of just, looking at them, it's kind of like, how the man would look at the woman at a bar or a tavern and stuff like that. And to say, well, how can I approach this person? How can I engage with them? Okay, at first, you try to see if your eyes would meet and stuff like that, and then later on you kind of start, approaching them. And that's kind of what I'm seeing you doing is, you might be a bit on the hesitant side, but, that's why we're still going to look at the other cards and pull the, the Favole card in the end. But yeah, so let's look at the relationship though. Ooh, Tower. Yeah, interesting. What I see here is, it's like, there's a bit of a chaos crisis situation going on. I mean, maybe, you're in a relationship, if you are in a relationship, that you pretty much just have your eyes on somebody, but, that if you would approach this person that you feel like that, they're just going to reject you or break your heart of some kind or whatever it may be, because the Tower, even though it is a blessing in disguise kind of situation, where something has to break down, well, we're still going to look at the future, especially the future, but we'll still look at the past. But it looks like that, yeah, it's like, that's what I kind of see you doing is, you have your eyes on somebody. And, yeah, you're just kind of wondering, well, when you're actually going to find the moment to strike instead of just thinking, okay, I'm going to just be passive right now. But what I see is that, you have your eyes, but that if, and, these could also be internal worries as well to think, well, I wonder if this other person is going to reject me or break my heart or laugh at me or humiliate me or all these negative thoughts and stuff like that. And that's why, you're just kind of in the looking phase. Well, let's look at the past. 3 of Scepters. Okay, that's what I see you doing. Is, you kind of had your eyes on this person probably for a long time. And, you probably really wanted to embark on this journey. And now it's like with the 3 of Wands, you wanted to board that ship of opportunity and just kind of head off and towards a wonderful future of more opportunity or even fulfillment. Man or woman in this situation, it doesn't matter, or redhead, blonde, brunette. But it just looks like, yeah, in the past, yeah, you were on the hunt. You are the bull, and bulls still hunt. Hunter, huntress in the situation. But I just see that in the past, you were interested, and that's why, and what I sort of still see in modern times is, you have your eyes on somebody, but you're just wondering, when would be the time to approach them. Now let's look at the future. Eight of Skulls, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, I see that you are going to put effort and time into approaching this person, and it's like, well, yeah, well, what do humans like is when, people are working and developing themselves and just kind of doing a lot of self-improvement and thinking, okay, it's like, well, yeah, and being able to take good care of yourself and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I see you doing, is you're kind of taking care of the situation. You're working hard. You're not going to be in this stance of just staring or looking, across the bar or tavern anymore. No, you're actually finally, taking action. So, at least that's a really good positive thing, isn't it? Well, let's look at the Oracle. Let's see here. Anti-hero, maverick, risk taker, and rule breaker. That is what I'm talking about. You're going to be taking risks here, and why not? If you see somebody, cross a tavern, that you pretty much fancy, and you pretty much just think, I want to be with that person, go for it. Be a risk taker, and be a maverick. Just don't, sit back and think, well, what if, this person is going to ignore me, reject me, all these negative thoughts and stuff like that. Okay, it's like right now you're in the negative thought situation, but if you put time and effort, which I see you doing with the Eight of Pentacles, you'll probably, be able to reach this fortunate individual, whoever it may be out there. And just put time and effort, be a risk taker. Okay, if it happens where the person just says, okay, leave me alone, I already am taken, whatever the reason may be, for any kind of rejection and stuff like that, well, at least you tried. And that's the most important thing, is just trying. Okay, well, let's see what the Favale cards have for you. Oh, you get the 10 of Crosses, which is actually, this is kind of like the 10 of Wands. So yeah, this is going to be like hard work. In order to be a risk taker, it will, require a lot of hard work and stuff like that. But the thing is, nothing gained, or, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Okay, right now you may be in the phase of thinking, well, what if this person is going to reject me? What if they're all of this negative stuff, okay? Okay, yeah, if you get rejected, it sucks. It's heartbreaking. But the most important thing is that you tried. You put time and effort into actually getting out there and thinking, okay, I approached this person, man or woman, whoever is out there, and they just said, no, I'm sorry, no thanks, no, But at least you put time and effort, and you did not remain in a passive stance of thinking, well, what if they, reject me and stuff like that. And it just looks very promising. I just see that you are going to be taking initiative, and I think this will be pretty much the future for you. All right. Well, Taurus, I'm going to leave it at that for you, but if you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to subscribe and watch more videos of more vampire information that I can offer for you. Anyway, I want to thank you all so much for supporting me and subscribing. I just love you guys incredibly. I just, think you guys are all wonderful, beautiful humans out there. In a few days, I'm going to go back to regular readings, so I'm going to go back and forth between general and love. But for now, I just want to say how much I love you guys so much, so thank you again.